Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a 2 looks video with a Nudity palette. So if you guys want to see 2 looks, here are some of my thoughts on the new Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette, then just keep watching. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. Highly recommend subscribing because I do post quite often and I'd hate for you to miss it. Here on my channel, I love to cover new makeup releases, especially eyeshadow palettes. So go ahead and subscribe, turn on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, I am so excited. I've been telling you guys that this palette was on its way to me and it's here. So I did create this look with this palette. We'll get into that in a little bit. But first, I want to go ahead and just show it to you. So this is what it looks like. It does have a sleeve as well. It's a really nice size. It's not like super duper big. So if you're familiar with the Oden's eye palettes, it's a little bit bigger than that. It's not very thick at all. So I love that. And I love that there's these curves. It just makes it a little bit different. This front cover is so pretty. So they just did such a good job. All the ingredients are on the back here. It says it's made in the PRC. And the net weight is 23 grams or 0.81 ounces, 24 month shelf life, cruelty free. So just want to mention that to you. On the inside, we have this little mirror, and then these are all of the shadows. So I want to go ahead and swatch this palette with you guys because I haven't swatched it yet. So let's go ahead and do that. I will tell you right now, my favorite shade in this palette is the shade Opal. It's so gorgeous. It's the shade in my inner corner. And it's absolutely stunning. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get into swatches. Okay friends, so I swatched the entire palette on my arm. Look at these swatches. These shadows swatch so beautifully. The pigmentation is so good. So we have Opal, Pixie, Sorbet is the shade in my inner corner right now. We've got Earth, Oasis, Odyssey, River, Forest, Spring, Serenity, Awake, Twilight, Moss, Lagoon, Mood, Wanderer, Ether, Make-A-Wish. Echo is like my favorite pastel blue shade I've ever used. And then Mystical. So this is the swatches of the palette. And then I had to swatch the black shade over here. Otherwise it would have gone on my elbow. But this palette swatched and performed so well. I'm so excited to show you guys how I created this look. But first, let's get into look number 1. I did this look the other day for my new makeup releases video, so let me go ahead and show you how I created it. Okay, so we're gonna film look number 1 with the Serenity palette from Cosmic Brushes. You guys have probably seen this all over, but I wanted to create a quick look because I need to film my new makeup releases, so figured 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's get into it. Okay, so I have the shirt on. I figured that I could go for kind of a blue look, but there's so many pretty shades in this palette. I almost don't know what to do with myself. I think I'm going to start off with the shade Echo here because that'll match my shirt, and I have a Sigma brush and I'm just coating that on. I did do my face makeup this morning and it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, so already behind the good life, I tell ya. Anyways, I'm just gonna put this color in my inner corner. This is such a nice, pretty, vibrant blue shade. I've already heard such good things about this palette, so I'm like super duper hyped to use it. Next, I think I'm gonna use the shade, oh, should I do Sorbet or do I do a dark color? Oh my gosh, all of these like shades look so gorgeous. Let's do Pixie. I wanna see, oh, that is such a pretty purple. Okay, so like I said, since I'm in a bit of a rush today, I'm not gonna make this the most complicated look, but oh my goodness, those 2 colors paired so well together. And usually, you guys know I have such a hard time with pastels, so far I'm already very impressed with the pigmentation. So now for a shimmer shade, I think we're gonna try this shade called Opal. I'm gonna give it a spray. Some of you had asked me in my SugarDrizzle video how I get shadows to be so pigmented. I spray my brushes, and I also would recommend a glitter glue if you have like oily lids. I think that with my SugarDrizzle shadows, I could have definitely used a glitter glue, but I didn't think of that because it's not something I do often. But the shade Opal is so pretty. It's like a green blue shimmer. And then on the outer corner, I'm going to use the shade Ether, which is a pretty purpley duochrome blue shade. And I'm just going to spread that on the rest of my lid. So yeah, we're kind of going for almost like a unicorn, Care Bear kind of vibe. I mean, I feel like most of my looks are quick and easy, but this is like really quick. Okay, so I'm going to use the Fresh Liner from LA Girl. This is like my favorite liner, especially for the drugstore price point. The pigmentation is so good. Okay, and then for the waterline, I'm going to grab a pencil brush and I'm just going to use the shade Echo. Okay, I know this isn't a full pastel palette, but this might be my favorite pastels I've ever tried, just like how pigmented they are. And the shadows I used today are kind of reminding me of that BH palette from the Say collection that has the blues and purples in it. So if you have that palette, maybe you could recreate this quick look. But I'm going to throw some mascara on, pop on a lip, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that look. Now, I was in such a hurry that day that I didn't get to film the full look after I was done because I had other videos planned. So I'm just going to throw up some pictures for you guys so you can see the look in action. And I also wore my new makeup releases, episode 21, if you want to see it on camera. But oh my gosh, this was so easy to create. Like I said, the shade Opal performed so beautifully. Love it so much. Now let's get into how I created this makeup look. Okay, so I saw this palette on Instagram and I was like, oh my gosh, that palette is so beautiful. And then they showed swatches and I was like, oh my gosh, like those swatches look so good. So I was very interested in this palette. You guys were tagging me in it. And so I contacted the brand and they so kindly sent this my way. So thank you to Cosmic Brushes. I also have a code with them now. It's KHMAKEUP, so you will save money if you use my code. And I do believe there's a restock coming. I don't have an exact date, but as soon as I know, I will put it on my community tab and on my Instagram so that you guys can get ready, because this palette, the first launch was a little bit rough, but I'm sure they're working on it to get the site even better so you guys can have a great shopping experience. So I already did a look with this palette, so I'm going to do a second look with it, and I'm so excited because the first look was like a quick one because I didn't have a ton of time. So let's go ahead and get into creating a look with this palette. I've seen so much inspo online on what this palette can do, so let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm going to start with the shade Sorbet, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner. Okay, next I want to use this green shade called Lagoon. Okay, so now I'm going to use a Sonia G brush, and I'm going to go into the shade called River. It's like a pretty teal blue shade. These shades build up so beautifully. Now I want to go into this dark navy shade called Mood, and I'm just going to add that on the very edge of my crease as well. I love pigmented, colorful matte shades because they make my life so easy. Okay, I think that's it for the matte, so let's go ahead and slap on some shimmers. Some of these shades, I know the shade Opal is so pretty. I used it in the other look I did with this palette, so let's go ahead. I think I'm going to use some glitter glue just to make sure things stay on. I like to use these applicators because I feel like glitter glue ruins my brushes, so I always try to use those kind of temporary applicators. I'm going to use this alien brush and I'm going to go into the shade Twilight, which is a dark blue. And I'm going to start at the end. And I'm just going to tap that on where I put the matte blue. I'm going to take another Unearthly brush and I'm going to go into, I think, this green shade called Wanderer. Then I'm going to take another flat brush and I'm going to go into Opal, which is that white shade, and I'm just going to put that on the inner corner. Oh my god, this shade is so freaking pigmented. I'm going to take the shade that has the blue shimmer on it and help it blend. I think this Opal shade might be the prettiest eyeshadow in this palette. It's so vibrant and gorgeous. Like, I don't think I have anything like it in a palette, so very, very love. So I'm gonna do this eye off camera so I don't bore you guys, but I'm gonna use my favorite eye pencil in the waterline. I'm grabbing my Melt pencil brush and I'm gonna take Opal and put that in the inner corner. And then I'm gonna take the Sorbet shade and pack that on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go into Lagoon. I'm so impressed. Okay, so I'm gonna do this eye, put some mascara on, fix up my hair, all of the things, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, friends, here is the finished look. Oh my goodness. This might be my favorite eye look of 2022 so far. I just love this shade Opal. I'm sure I have a shade like this in my Terra Moon singles or something, but the fact that it's in this palette, I'm gonna include this in my 2022 yearly favorites. I just know it because it's so gorgeous, so affordable. I'm so happy with it. Okay, let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today. So I'm wearing the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. Concealer is Naked, the Stay Naked concealer. Lip gloss. I think this is a lip gloss or a lip oil, but it's drugstore. This is so nice. It's a L'Oreal one, and the packaging looks like this, and I can't find the shade name. But it's like a really pretty, like pinky neutral, and it's got like a glossy feel, but it's not sticky. I think it's like an oil from L'Oreal. And then for blush, I'm wearing the Lethal blush, and bronzer is my Sigma bronzer, my Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer, and the highlighter is ColourPop 100 Acre Wood. So yeah, I love this look. I love this palette so far. I know I just did a video the other day talking about how influencers overuse the word obsessed and how it feels like the beauty community is kind of over people saying obsessed. But so far, this is an amazing palette. If you're into greens and blues, this palette is not going to disappoint you. Okay, you guys, I love this Cosmic Brushes palette so much that I'm going to do one more look. So I'm really hoping in editing I can fix this whole video. But basically, I'm doing a 3 looks video, so this is going to be look number 3. And I really want to use, because there's so many greens in this palette, and I'm wearing a green shirt, and I'm about to do my new makeup releases, so I think I'm going to try and do a green look, but use some of the other shades from the palette. I need a day just in my makeup room to come clean my brushes. Anyway, I'm going to go into the shade called Spring, which is a pretty, like, mojito kind of green shade, and I'm just going to use that as the first color to throw on into the crease. This palette is so nice. So far, I've had such good luck with it. Okay, next I want to use this olive green shade called Moss. So I'm going to put that on the crease as well. Kind of going to bring it in almost halfway in the crease. And then blend. Okay, those two layered so nicely on top of each other. Now I'm going to go into the shade Forest, which I'm going to use in my outer corner. So I'm going to grab a smaller Sonia G brush. This is the Mini Booster. And I'm going to go into the shade Forest, which is a really nice dark green. And I'm just going to apply that on the outer corner. I just love how I'm able to make this look so deep and beautiful on the outer corner with that Forest shade. So now for the eyeshadow, I feel like I've used Opal in pretty much every look I've done with this palette. So I'm going to use the shade Wanderlust on the lid and maybe some of the Ether shade on the inner corner. We'll see. We're going to try and switch it up a little bit just for funsies. So I'm just going to grab a brush and I'm going to give it a good spray. Okay, I'm just going to tap on a little bit of Opal because I think that'll give it like a fun, more lighter green look. Okay, so if you haven't seen my Melt Gemini 2 video, I was sent a package from Melt and they sent me their green eyeliner, and I think that will pair so well with this look. So I'm going to use it with this Sigma E06. This is such a good brush for a liner, and I have always wanted this green shade. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt a wing liner. Oh, so pretty. I love green, you guys. I feel like green's making such a comeback. Or not a comeback, but I feel like green's like the color for summer. I've seen so much swimwear. This shirt I have on I picked up from H&M. I feel like they've really made green like the it color, and you know, like Bottega Veneta, all their bags come in like a green box. Green's just like all over the place. Anyway, I've heard so much good stuff about their green eyeliner, and I have one of them from the holiday collection, but I don't have any of the non-shimmer kind, so this is my first time trying it. Okay, I feel like these wings are definitely a little bit uneven, but you can't tell because the outer corner is very much the same shade as this liner, which is fine with me, but I did use the gel liner in my waterline as well, and it matches to perfection. Okay, so now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the shade Spring again, which is the pretty minty color, and I'm just going to throw that on the inner corner. And we're going to go into the shade called Moss, and I'm going to put that in about the halfway and blend it to the outer corner. See, I should have ate my eyeliner moment, but that's okay. Still got to use it in my lash line. Oh my gosh, I love how dramatic this green eye look is. Okay, and then I just need to grab a clean brush and some translucent powder or just some setting powder and make sure I blend out my eyeshadow primer because it's a lot lighter than my skin tone. And so I just need to, oh, does this have blusher? Oh, the brush is picking up, oh my gosh, the eyeshadow I had on over here. Anyway, I managed to blend it. Full on monochromatic moment. I love it. I'm going to spray my face, put some mascara on, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay guys, so here is the completed look number 3. Oh my gosh, this palette, I could do 3 more looks easy. So I think I might. We'll see how it goes. I do have a few other things to test out in my collection as well. But let me tell you really quick what else is on my face. So I have been loving this Oden's Eye blush. This is the shade Rosette Love. And this is one of their Sunlight Love blushers. So it has quite a sheen to it. I can use this as a blush highlighter. But I did throw on a little bit of my Sigma Sunstone. You guys know I've been rocking this one quite a bit. These are such blinding highlighters. And then I pulled out an oldie but a goodie. This is a Radiant Bronze Light from Hourglass. So that's my bronzer today. And then on my lips, I have on one of my favorite gloss formulas. This is the Tower 28 lip gloss in the shade Pistachio. It's like a really pretty cool tone pink. So yeah, I had a lot of fun putting this look together. I hope you enjoyed. Now let's go ahead and finish off the rest of this video. So if you guys were interested in this, it gets 2 thumbs up from me. It's so nice. I really am gonna enjoy playing with this. I was literally just talking to some of my friends and I'm like, can I just do like 3, 4, 5 eye looks in a video for this palette? Because I honestly think it's that good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I do have a code with them. It's just KHMAKEUP. So when they restock, you can use my code, save some money. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in another video very soon. Bye guys!